G'day guys, I thought I'd just give you a quick review of the Boscoyo large 180 degree Coro mini trees, or some people call them the Dalek mini trees from Boscoyo Studios. This is just a sample one of mine currently running. It's just running a generic test sequence. Just give you a quick overview of the trees first and then we'll go into some more details. Just for your These are quite large since the name, and they're 180 degrees. You can get a 360 I believe, but this is the 180s I've got. Just quickly let you know, to the top of the star, which they come with, approximately 1300 millimeters, or 1.3 meters. To the top of the tree itself, it's just over 1000 millimeters. The overall width, when they're assembled, they're approximately 600 millimeters wide, just to give you an idea of the dimensions. Now these come in a flat pack, so to speak, with 3 components. You get the main tree, the front of the tree, you get the backing board, I hope you can see, and they also come with the star. I will hopefully give you a quick rundown on how I'll put these together in a minute. Just for those which are curious, these require 85 pixel nodes, so it's 17 per strand by 5 for the main tree itself, and for the star, like I said, which is supplied, that takes 20 pixel nodes. Okay, I'll just pause this for a minute and then I'll hopefully give you some more details on how I'll put these together. So the assembly of these Boscoyo mini trees is really nice and straightforward. So as you can see on this one, obviously I've got all the pixel nodes, bullet nodes fitted up and down for my mini tree base. What I'm just kind of trying to give you some detail into is how the star is fitted firstly. As you can hopefully see, I've pre-bent my star. It has that bit of wire in the base of him, goes up through, runs up through. It's a bit hard to see, but it runs right up into the middle of the star there, just to give it some nice strength. The reason why it's bent is so it will sit nice and vertical when the base is put together. Now the nice feature which they've done on these is the star is quite simply held in place with the bullet nodes. So I'll just remove those top 2 where the star is located into there. We'll position him in place, and it's just quite a simple matter of pushing those nodes back through. Like such. It's fitted up. As you can see, the star's held in place. What I have also done on a couple of mine, which I think I'll also do on this one, is just for a little bit of extra security, hopefully you can capture this on video, is using the the slots in the Coro. I simply put a cable tie through, whoops, if I can get him, and out the other side, and then obviously do the cable tie up, and that'll just give you that little bit extra support. One there and one on the bottom, just in case. The nice thing about how these stars are fitted, if for some reason you want to have the base without the star, it's quite a simple matter to remove it. So once I've got the star fitted up, then I'd like to simply put the backing board on, which is really straightforward. Again, I'll just put him down here so hopefully you can see a bit better. Is just offer him up, run your cable ties through the slots all the way down, and then he'll fold up on the other side. You can do the other side, and then he's together. Nice and simple. And just so you know how he goes together, that's just like with the back fitted. Okay. Just following over with the assembly of these Coro trees, just to give you an idea. There's a couple of nice, clever design features also on the back of them. Obviously, you can see this. The edges are all cable tied together. Back of them has conveniently located some holes there, so you can put some conduit up there to secure them to the ground. A nice little feature they put into.
nice little access flap, just in case you want to reposition, pushing a pixel back through, let's push back in, or get access. If you really needed to replace one, it'd be quite a simple matter of just cutting the cable ties off. I found you don't even have to put them all in. They seem to be holding up, look like they hold up nice and strong without it. Okay, I'll go about and have a bit of a chat about the pixel spacings. So just following on from the review of these Boscoyo mini trees, I just thought I'd give a quick chat to you what I'd found with the pixel nodes which are required for them, and probably about, more importantly, the spacing. When I received the Boscoyo trees, I had a quick look at them before I actually ordered my pixel nodes, and when I received them, I quickly noticed at the base of the trees, the distance between that were required from centre to centre of the pixel nodes was greater than the 100 mils of the normal typical spacing which you get from your pixel supplier. Now, when they're like in a flat sort of, they're approximately 170 millimeters from centre to centre, from the middle there, probably a little bit further as it goes out. Now, obviously, that comes tighter as they fold up, but it's still greater than that 100 mils on the other type of, on the generic type. Regarding the vertical size, it's 70 mils, so you get away with 100 mils there. Now, a lot of people were talking about which way they were going about to deal with this issue at the bottom. A lot of people were just simply cutting and shutting your strands, which was quite simple to do, but I had 8 of these trees to do, and I thought, oh, I've got to order the pixel nodes anyway, so why not try and use some custom spacing. Another tip I heard other people used to use was to have a null void, a null pixel in there, so it's not illuminated, but I thought, oh, that's getting a bit messy with your pixel controller. So I just simply went with 200 millimeters from centre to centre for my pixel nodes. Now, it did make a little bit of a tighter with the wiring up at the top, but it made it nice and easy to put them together, so it was a bit of a payoff, and I thought it worked out alright. Just so you can have sort of a see at the top, you can sort of just pull the wires out quite easily and tuck them out the top where you don't see that little bit extra length. With the star, obviously they're nice and close together, so you can, that's just what the 100 millimeter generic spacing on the pixel star there. Hopefully you can see what's going on. Now, also, it's not obviously clear if you can use square nodes or bullet nodes. And obviously you can get the 2 different types. There's the square nodes. And I first thought, oh, geez, that'd be really nice and handy to use. Just because I thought that they would push in nice and flush into the back of the 4mm Coro and give it nice and flush and finished. And it probably would. They probably are the way to go. But it does get a little bit tricky then on how you're going to secure your star up at the top of the tree, because if you recall, like I mentioned, you are using the bullets, the pixels actually, to hold that star into the top. Hopefully you can see. So if you wanted to use an alternative method, maybe that cable tie method which I talked about earlier, of holding that star on, then probably square nodes would work out really well, because then they'd fit nice and flush onto the back and nice and square, and they wouldn't probably wiggle around as much. But saying that, I found that the bullets look like they're going to hold in place quite easily, quite well. Okay, so if I get a chance, I might follow this up just with a quick video about how they get modelled in Xlights. There's a couple of questions regarding that, but it's quite simply, you just model it as a standard tree. A couple of people ask the questions, oh, I can't find the Boscoyo download on the trees. You just model them up as you would any type of tree in Xlights. They're just a generic 5-strand 180 degree tree. There's no special download for these in the download function for a lot of the Boscoyo products, because it's just standard tree. Okay, any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks guys.